to
the Radio Wammo Breakfast.
Now, normally we would have another intro for Vaughn Davis, but I think he's wanting to move on from that particular intro and reconfigure his position on the show. But I can tell you that he's joining us from Austin, Texas, the South by Southwest Geek Music and Film Conference. Come on in, Vaughn.
Yeehaw! Hey there, man. How are you?
Very well, thank you very much. Now, let's reintroduce you with your new wares and describe what are you doing?
What am I doing? Well, I'm now running an advertising agency called The Goat Farm. Not to be confused with the actual goat farm that I also own, but we've been up and running for about a month now, and that's sort of occupying most of my time when I'm not here in Texas.
Every good ad agency needs a website. What is it called?
The website is called tgf.co.nz, so short for The Goat Farm. The lead story at the moment seems to be about free T-shirts. So if you're interested, head on over to tgf.co.nz and grab yourself one of the T-shirts that I'm actually wearing right now.
Yes,
look at that.
The Goat Farm. It's sheep we're up against.
Absolutely. Do you recognise the lyric, Glenn?
Oh, you got me there.
House Martins from the 1980s, a song called Sheep. Seek it out. Anyway,
those are the same people who did the Caravan of Love, isn't that right?
Yeah, not exactly a typical track for them. They were a heavily politicised and pretty cool band back in the day. Sadly, their one hit was very unlike anything else they ever did. So don't know them by their one top 20 song.
But we majorly digress because you're at something very cool at the moment. It is called South by Southwest. If anyone's been on social media in the past week or so, they've probably been bombarded by the hashtag SXSX. I think that's it. Oh no, SXSW. Anyway, South by Southwest. You were there for the and still there, obviously, but you mainly went for the geek side of things. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I did. It's 3 conferences in one. The first is South by Southwest Interactive. 19,000 geeks descend on Austin, Texas, in the Southwest. Followed by music, and sort of running in parallel to all that is the film festival. So sort of 3 things in one. Originally, sort of hardcore geeks and programmers and startups, starting to be a bit infected at the moment, and there's a bit of a rumble of discontent about that by the larger companies. So where 2 years ago you saw Foursquare launching here, this year you saw Microsoft launching Internet Explorer 9. So a real contrast, and not everyone's happy about that.
Is everyone talking about Internet Explorer 9?
There's not quite the buzz. I haven't seen many Internet Explorer 9 T-shirts being worn. Hell of a lot of T-shirts. I come home every night with 5 or 6 T-shirts in my bag. You can't say no. There's just there can't be a T-shirt factory with stock within a 500-mile radius. Incredible.
But I guess to give people an idea, it's really important, isn't it, for startups? I mean, it was back in 2007 that Twitter really took off at South by Southwest. People started using it there and talking about it, and from there it kind of exploded out.
Yeah, this is where the influential people in this business are, plus me. There are a lot of businesses being done, but boy, it must be so hard. Everyone is trying to sell something. Everyone's trying to give something away. Everyone's trying to get some funding. It is just go, 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 go. With 19,000 people trying to shake hands and exchange business cards. It's like nothing I've ever seen.
Are there any highlights of particular companies that interest you, or online tools that are pretty cool?
Yeah, one of the trends, I guess, has been a lot of companies talking about doing good. It has been interesting. Whereas we're all out for ourselves and we're out to make money. There's been a real trend among the presentations for companies trying to, I guess, cynically trying to tap into goodwill to make money. So I've seen Pepsi Refresh. If you're familiar with that big campaign that broke last year, they had a panel presentation. That was really interesting and worth looking up. And then I was really impressed by a guy yesterday who started a company called Tom's Shoes. not an online retailer and not an online story, but a really, really popular one with the crowd here. Tom's Shoes. This is a guy who came second on The Amazing Race and then kept going, basically. Tom's Shoes, they have a fantastic story. Every pair of shoes you buy, they give an equal pair of shoes to a kid in Argentina who has no shoes, which is really stuff. And it had the room, up on its feet. You know how American conference crowds can be.
Yeah.
Another presentation that was a little bit like an early U2 concert crossed with the Nuremberg Rally was a guy called Gary Vaynerchuk. Worth looking up. A really well-known, originally a wine salesman out of New York.
Wine Library TV, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Which he's quit. That was his big announcement for the conference. He's not doing Wine Library TV anymore. He's doing a smaller, bite-sized version or a sip-sized version called The Daily Grape. He was there to launch his book. Everyone's there to launch a book. I liked it because it was orange, and I liked it a lot. I liked it a lot because he gave me one. Didn't have to shell out. Called The Thank You Economy, which is I was about to say well worth a read, but I'll reserve judgment on that. The first couple of chapters haven't told me very much.
He's all about crushing it, isn't he? Crushing it.
Yeah, crush it. He's sort of the rock and roll social media wine guy, which was really interesting.
Okay.
Tell you another.
Yep.
You go.
No. Oh, well, I was just going to say. So doing good was a theme for this year. Last year was location aware apps on your phone and web apps as well. Is there another trend?
Yeah, another trend online, and this is really people following trends, I guess, rather than setting them, is social gaming. So the Zynga guys, Farmville, Cityville, all those games. They were pretty much on every other panel. They were everywhere, and everyone wanted to hear what they had to say. So people picking up on the addictive and compelling and entertaining nature of games to take into everything from booking airline tickets to banking, I think is going to be a big trend. I'll tell you something I really enjoyed, and that was the guys from Adley. Now, Adley is the company behind Charlie Sheen and the whole Tiger Blood thing, and they told the story of how he got to 1 million Twitter followers before he even tweeted. And you remember he tweeted for an intern. Remember that? He wanted a Tiger Blood intern?
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
That's when you say yes. And it turns out the whole thing was that whole part of it was a paid placement for a website called internships.com. So he received $1 million for 2 tweets about that, and that was pretty interesting. Crikey. And they shared a stage. The Adley guys. One of the Adley guys. I've got to tell you this. His surname is Rad. Sean Rad. That's a pretty cool name. They shared a stage with the guy who set up Clout. And the most interesting and I guess terrifying thing he said was that the person with the highest Clout score and the first person to get to 100, and I guess the yardstick by which we are all measured is Justin Bieber. So all of us, if you've got a Clout score of 50, you're half a Bieber. Obama, he's 0.8 Bieber with his Clout score of 80, which is it's worrying stuff. So maybe we shouldn't take that stuff too seriously, eh?
Is there an air of desperation though at South by Southwest for a lot of these startups to turn up and try to find not only venture capital but also a potential buyer just to buy them out?
Yeah, there is. And you see this in the trade show. And I posted a quick clip on my YouTube channel yesterday about it. There's just some sad people sitting in their sad booths, hoping someone will come to them and going to extraordinary lengths, giving away free everything just in exchange for a conversation. So there's a real sense of competition for people's attention and for people's money.
Yeah, and what about the other side of the festival? Is it a carnival type atmosphere? Is there a lot of entertainment? Are there a lot of bars open for everyone to go to?
Oh mate, it's insane. The place has a lot of live music venues and restaurants anyway, and I guess that doubles for the festival. Now that we're into music, the geeks are sort of shipping out and the freaks are moving in, and I'm sort of equally uncomfortable with both crowds. There are going to be 2,000 bands playing in the next 5 days. 2,000 bands, impossible. The it's all about discovery and just hoping you'll find the good one somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. And amongst those somewhere are some Kiwi bands in there. Cool.
Yeah, tonight the Kiwi showcase kicking off tonight with Liam Finn, Brooke Fraser, Naked and Famous, a bunch of others. It's gonna be big. Looking forward to it.
Oh, great! You're going to go along. Well, but as we go out, I want you to wander out onto your front porch there at the hotel and show us that you're in the hip happening section of Austin, Texas.
Yeah, thank you very much. One thing I can tell you about, if you ever come to South by Southwest, book well ahead, because otherwise you'll end in, what the hotel here is called Midtown, but it's really in Canada. It's about half an hour north of Austin. And as you can see, it's just, strip mall horror. Freeways, Wendy's, Office Max. It's not good. But hey, I'm not complaining. I'm having a great time, and there's a shuttle going every 10 minutes into town. It's all good.
Cool, man. What an amazing time. What a great experience, and really nice to catch up with you there. I think, where are you next week?
Next week I'll be in Venice Beach, California. So we'll find some Wi-Fi by the beach, and maybe we'll meet that guy with the turban, the electric guitar, and the rollerblades, and get him on the show.
Yeah, and the muscle gym. I want you to bet the muscle gym. I want your shirt off.
Yeah, I'd be great at the muscle gym. That'd be superb.
Excellent. Vaughn Davis over there at South by Southwest. The website again is tgf.co.nz. That's where you head.
That's the one. See you later.
The goat farm. All right. Time now here on the Kiwi is 5 minutes away.